Now, on day one, John Dramani Mahama has really started the work. Minukase or the open letter Akoma IGP Dampare. So here's the deal. Immediately, John Dramani Mahama came into power. No, we realized that NBC bigwigs and even those in the MPP were saying that they were not happy with IGP Dampare's work. Now, one person or this Ensemble Tuja ASP Agozo. This particular man said that IGP Dampare, the day of the inauguration, he was seen directing traffic, and apparently he was doing that because he wants to be maintained as IGP again during Mahama's era. And he even went on to say, IGP Dampare, even before Mahama didn't be CRDS, he sent out people to be doing some sort of deposition and trying to lobby so that he can still remain in office as IGP Dampare. But the good news is, in as much as all these things is going on, we have some NDC people who are saying, IGP Dampare deserves his flowers because Nema Bibiri won't allow and Nuntianema NDC for a winning election. Now, the better processes here in aid of all of this are currently IGP Dampare. His sack hasn't yet been orchestrated or pushed. A letter, open letter, John Dramani Mahama or the Akwakoma IGP Dampare. Now, this particular open letter is taxing the IGP Dampare in relation to certain deaths and killings, of course, so during the MPP era and during the 8 years, telling him, he should go and fish those people out and also arrest them and make perhaps a progression on the case. Now, one of the things you have to note is everyone is actually giving his or a version of it. But in NDC in Penifua, perhaps you follow more, especially on social media, they are saying that this is a test to Dampare. Dampare, we believe you've done well, but then can you really do the job? It's way more like a resume. And I said Dampare a tax. And I say, the son ashes will be to my own proving if Dampare is able to prove himself, perhaps he can remain IGP for the next 2 years before Mahama finds another competent person or bit me leading administration. Before we even proceed, let's put this on the screens because this is the letter John Dramani Mahama, open letter or the comma IGP Dampare. Now, this time around, John Mahama is not just perhaps president-elect and as a political party leader. He is the president of the Republic of Ghana. So you need to know that this particular letter holds some sort of severity and is very serious. Now let's put this on the screens. What's your first one now? This is coming from a office of the presidency. Let's make this big. Or say, the Inspector General of Police, Ghana Police Service, National Police Headquarters, Accra, Ghana. And this was directed to the National Police Service, their headquarters at Cantonments. And it says it's directed to IGP Dampare. So we should head and also, dear Dr. Dampare, request for immediate investigation into the death of 8 Ghanaians during the 2020 and 2024 elections. Now, one of the things I heard John Dramani Mahama campaigning on in the 2024 elections was that when he comes back, the killings occurred so in 2020 elections he because apparently now MPP4 and then certain people believe that these people were opposition John Dramani Mahama promised justice for them. Not just that, John Dramani Mahama also promised justice in the recent death of 2 people at Wutu Senya. Is that's how I come in the constituency an opponent not only new Kwakinsi. I'm talking about now call your the polling agency you kuma ya. These people is alleged say how comes in Kofana no omuchesi or more say omubo omutu. And Mahama have promised that they will get to the bottom of this case. So Mahama is just doing that. Not just that, Mahama will also be probing or will be also seek more in depth into the killings of Ahmed Hussein Swale and other certain people are almost some death from the Pimeneno Yehu ano Pumasibra. One of them is late JB Dankwa. So at the end of the day, late JB Dankwa Nidimba and also Ahmed Hussein Swale Nidimba. One person that his name follows Honorable Kennedy Akompre Kwechapo. Now let's read this letter. We should head now say request for immediate investigation into the death of 8 Ghanaians during the 2020 and 2024 general elections. Now, Yanko body know of it because the body contains everything that we need to know, okay, about this particular issue. Also, I've been instructed by His Excellency John Dramani Mahama to formally request your office to initiate immediate investigations into the tragic deaths of Ghanaian citizens during the 2020-2024 general elections. These incidents which occurred in various parts of the country have left a lasting scar on the democratic process, and it's imperative that justice is served for the victims and their families. And the person now in such a letter, he was tasked to write this. Julius Debra, who happens to be the chief of staff. Now he says that he has been tasked by the president of Ghana to write this letter to investigate into the untimely deaths of people and our citizens during the 2020 and the 2024 elections. And aside from that too, and some of the two journalists said, "Adie see as a Ghana no ati mark so and as a may who aba ye whole democratic process no so at the end of the day too ama kebi ama more anyhow I can near akwechi." And that is why they want to get into the bottom of this. Now, moving on, also to ensure the investigations are comprehensive and transparent, we respectfully propose the following. Number one, establishment of a dedicated investigative task force. So now, they are saying, we want to really get into the bottom of this, okay? But before we get into the bottom of this, we need certain things to be in place. Number one is establishing a dedicated investigative task force. Also, form a special task force within the CID to focus solely on these cases, ensuring undivided attention and efficient handling of the matter. So now they want a body in the body, the police service body, to actually be tasked to actually go after this case. The Ghana police, they will still focus mainly or solely on this particular case. 2, collaboration with witnesses and families, conduct thorough interviews with eyewitness, victims, family, and other relevant individuals who may provide crucial information. So one person say, the prosecutors should go and seek that they can talk to the family members and also the witnesses who witnessed some of these outrageous or heinous crimes. Now at the end of the day, so they can take the case on. 3, review of electoral security arrangements. Investigate the role and actions of security personnel deployed at the affected polling stations to determine their involvement or oversight. Now, one thing this issue comes to mind, Honorable Sam George. You remember the whole hula baloo that went on at Ayawaso by elections way back in I think 2018. At the end of the day, Sam George was slapped. Yes, and no, it was here who say Ghana ya caught to a bar. Which people are tasked to protect? Is it the police or is it the military? Even if the military is present, what is the duty of the military? And when should the military step in? We need to put these mechanisms and know where each individual stands. At the end of the day, obi nkokanta cross obi nkusunkoyi obi ejuma. At the end of the day too, if you are taxing an individual person for perhaps doing something wrong, we can go after the individual. What you are saying, the police need or protect it and to make sure the voting military is only there to perhaps stop external activities. So ballot boxes and as severe cases we need brutal force. That is when we call the military. Number 4, use of forensic evidence. Now, this particular one, they want to use certain technicalities, okay, basically to investigate. And I said to audit the whole process. And yes, we will just be relying on word of mouth and eyewitnesses. We will conduct investigation. We will be looking at DNA, fine prints. We'll be looking at everything at the end of the day. A forensic, a bit so okay, nipani picture ni assume see we can combine these things together and go after these people. Ochimwa has said employ advanced forensic techniques to analyze any physical evidence from the crime scenes, including bullets, casings, weaponry, and then other material. So this is just part 1 of Insema John Dramani Mahama. Now, this is not all because there is a continuation of it. So as you can see, this is the continuation, and as always, at the end of the day, for one more share, and you can really move along with us. Now, also collaboration with electoral and civic bodies. So now they want it to be a collaborative effort. At the end of the day, it is not just going to be the Ghana Police Service, but also private security, the national security, the Ghana Armed Forces, and also we should be also looking at security personnel and individual people. Young collaborating come. Let us come to the conclusive analysis or the viewpoint of the case. We can make sure it's a case. So we are near crack. Now, I say work with Electoral Commission and other relevant agencies to review reports from the 2020 and 2024 elections for additional context. And also to maintain public trust and ensure transparency, we kindly request periodic updates on the progress of the investigation. This will help to keep stakeholders informed and assure the public of your commitment to uncovering the truth. We are confident in the competence and professionalism of the Criminal Investigative Department and trust that your efforts will yield necessary results to bring justice to the victims and their families while preserving the integrity of Ghana's democratic process. We assure you of the utmost support should you require any additional support information from us. Yours sincerely, okay? Yours sincerely, and this particular one was signed by Oshe Edina Ewahasena, Calostes Mahama. I think said this was also undertaken by Julius Debra. So basically, this is exactly what is really going on. IGP Dampare, so what it is say, Mahama taxing is on your investigation into the killings of certain people. This is so down now. You see, say Julius Debra, Office of the President, the Chief of Staff, and this was dated today. So it tells you say now I say Mahama and trust me, I'm out for break. I say, why don't you appoint any person or any different person to take this particular case? IGP Dampare is the person to me taking the case because he's been in office the longest. He knows the people. He was handling the case, and perhaps for now, he is more competent to do the job. So let's just maintain him. Because at the end of the day, but then if he can finish this particular case, perhaps he can get 2 years in office as an IGP. We are following this whole particular case. There course of development, more updates, but before then, before I bet to us,